Take a look at the heavy brass bells on a classic alarm clock. They are built for one purpose: to deliver an abrupt mechanical shock to your system at an exact predetermined minute. To understand why that shock feels terrible, look at this graph. It illustrates the 90-minute sleep cycle, tracking a sleeper's progression from wakefulness down through light N1 and N2 sleep into deep N3 sleep and back up through REM. Down here in the trough of the cycle, the body is in N3. Your brain waves have slowed to delta patterns, your core temperature has dropped, and your muscles are heavily immobilized to allow for tissue repair. If your fixed alarm sounds at exactly 7 a.m. while you happen to be trapped in this deep N3 state, your brain has to aggressively force blood flow and spike stress hormones just to gain consciousness. The physiological cost of that sudden transition is called sleep inertia.
Your reaction times are impaired, your cognition is foggy, and you feel entirely exhausted, even if you just slept a full 8 hours. Bypassing that morning fog requires a smart alarm. Instead of a static clock, these systems use movement sensors to predict your current sleep phase in real time. Using one requires a shift in how you plan your morning. You abandon the strict target time and instead set a flexible wake-up window, giving the alarm permission to go off anywhere between 6:30 and 7 a.m. Looking back at our chart, this green bracket shows how that window functions. It gives the alarm a margin of time to wait until it detects your body naturally rising back into the lighter N1 or N2 phases before triggering the audio. Waking from this lighter state requires almost no effort. Your muscles have tone, your heart rate is elevated, and opening your eyes feels entirely natural. But here is the catch. To successfully detect when you enter light sleep, the device must continuously track your physical body through the night. Curing morning grogginess means deciding which tracking compromise you are willing to tolerate every single night. You must choose between an app, a fitness wearable, or an ambient smart bed. The entry-level option is a smartphone app. These work by utilizing the hardware you already own. You place your phone face down on your mattress, and it uses its internal microphone and accelerometer to monitor your movement and breathing. The appeal is obvious. You pay nothing to start, and you do not have to strap any hardware to your wrist or fingers. Cautionary, the trade-off is poor specificity. Because the phone is removed from your body, it struggles to distinguish between someone who is lying completely still while wide awake and someone who is paralyzed in deep N3 sleep. They are also highly vulnerable to environmental noise. A restless pet jumping on the bed, a snoring partner, or a heavy ceiling fan can easily trick the microphone and trigger a false awakening. Smartphone apps offer a frictionless, low-risk way to test the concept of phase waking, but they sacrifice scientific accuracy for extreme convenience. To get truly accurate sleep staging, clinical labs use polysomnography. As you can see, this requires wiring electrodes directly to a patient's scalp, face, and chest to monitor brainwaves and muscle tension. Consumer wearables, like smartwatches and smart rings, attempt to replicate that close contact data using actigraphy. They maintain direct physical contact with your skin all night. This bar chart comparing sleep detection accuracy shows the result of that direct contact. While apps show a low and highly variable success rate, wearables consistently achieve 85 to 97% accuracy in identifying sleep states. That skin contact also allows the hardware to pull in secondary physiological metrics, tracking your heart rate variability, blood oxygen, and physical strain. The cost of that accuracy is physical discomfort. You have to sleep with a thick rubber band constricting your wrist or a rigid sensor ring squeezing your finger. That physical friction is compounded by digital friction. You have to remember to charge the battery every few days, and almost all premium wearables lock your own biological data behind an ongoing monthly subscription fee. You secure excellent biological data, provided you can tolerate the physical constraints and the recurring costs. If you want the accuracy of a wearable without the physical discomfort, the alternative is an ambient sensor system. These systems use thin, AC-powered sensor pads placed completely out of sight beneath your mattress. From there, they use ballistocardiography to track your respiration and micromotions straight through the foam and springs. The major behavioral benefit here is absolute compliance. Because you aren't wearing anything and there are no batteries to charge, you simply get into bed. Advanced models feature independent zones,
meaning they can separate the movements and heart rates of two people sharing the same mattress without mixing up the data. However, you pay a steep premium for this invisibility. The upfront cost is high, and the installation process can be complex and frustrating, especially if your mattress rests on a slatted bed frame that requires custom support boards. They also demand absolute network stability. These processors rely entirely on uninterrupted 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi. If your home network drops or your router resets, the system loses its ability to process data or trigger the alarm. Ambient sensors eliminate physical friction completely, but shift the burden entirely to your wallet and your home network. This decision tree maps out the hardware choices based on your budget and your physical comfort threshold. If your goal is to test the biology of phase waking with zero financial investment, download a microphone-based app. If you require precise physiological recovery metrics to optimize your training, and you can tolerate jewelry in bed, invest in a premium wearable. And if you want the benefits of waking during light sleep, but refuse to wear rubber straps or manage batteries, an ambient under-mattress system is the necessary choice. The clinical accuracy of a device does not matter if its physical friction causes it to sit unused in a nightstand drawer. The best choice is simply the one you will actually use. Bypassing sleep inertia is entirely possible once you utilize a flexible 30-minute wake-up window. You just have to prioritize the biological state of your brain over an arbitrary number on a clock. Match the tracking technology to your personal tolerance for friction, and you can permanently change how you start your day.